My name is Rob Repaz. I'm the District Sales Manager for Atlas Copco Construction Equipment for the Southeastern United States. And today I'm going to do a demonstration on how to properly hook up our new trailers that we currently have in our fleet. The first thing is all of our trucks, the F-150 trucks, you're going to need to have extension mirrors for them. These mirrors don't stick out long enough to see around each side of the trailer. So here is an F-150 extension mirror, and it simply clips onto the truck. You start with the top two tabs, clip it over the front, and it simply snaps into place. Now you have some extra view so you can actually see around the sides of your trailers when you're towing them. Now we'll go around to the back and go over how to hook the truck up to the trailer. Obviously the first step is going to be to put your truck in position, which I've already done. Each one of our trailers are set up with an electric jack. On the right side is the switch for raising and lowering, and on the right hand side is another switch for a work light. Excuse me. Now obviously you can't see it because we're in the daylight, but when you're hooking this up at night, this will give you some extra light to see. So we're going to go ahead and hook it up. What you want to do is go ahead and set it down on the ball. Alright, once it sets in place, you want to put your safety latch in. Go ahead and put your pin in. And at this point, we're going to go ahead and raise the jack back up. We're going to do that for two reasons. Reason number one, so we know that that's locked in properly. Reason number two, it's going to be easier to put our weight distribution hitch on. And as you can see, as I raise it, it's actually picking the truck up. So we're locked in and we're ready to go. Now we're ready to install our weight distribution hitch. The weight distribution hitch, it obviously comes with the hitch that goes into the trailer. You have your two weight distribution bars, you have your sway control bar, and then you have a pry bar. The way this works, you take your weight distribution bar and it goes in on the bottom side of your hitch, and it simply locks into place. And it'll hold itself there. You want to go ahead and repeat the same step for the other side. Take your weight distribution bar, clip it into place. Alright, now to hook the other side of the bar up, you're going to need your pry bar. This has a safety clip that you pull out, stick it on the upper part of the bracket, raise it down. Now all of the trucks will be set up to where you need to use the third link in the chain. 1, 2, 3. Take the third link. It goes into the bracket. Take your pry bar. Set it into place. Chain bound up on me. Lock it into place. Take your safety clip. Secure it. Repeat the same step for the other side. Remove your safety clip. Bring the bracket down. Again, third chain link. 1, 2, 3. Go ahead and bring it up. Lock it into place. Put your safety clip in. Okay, at this point we're ready to, we can go ahead and hook up the chains and the lighting. When you hook up the safety chains, check your state's requirements. Some states require the chains to be crisscrossed. Others don't mind if they just go straight in. I typically crisscross my chains. And when you run the chains, you want to make sure that they're inside of the sway bar here. You don't want to run them on the outside of the sway bar. We'll go ahead and hook these up. Both chains are run inside of your sway bars. This is your emergency breakaway cable. You don't want to connect this to the safety chain itself. You want to actually connect it to the bracket of the truck. So that's clipped in place. Last step, hooking up your trailer lighting. I typically run this cable up underneath of the emergency breakaway. Alright, now everything's hooked up and we're ready to go ahead and lower the trailer and get it ready for transport. Each one of the trailer jacks are equipped with an extension. That makes it easier. It takes less time to raise and lower the jack. It has a safety pin. Simply pull that out, raise your jack up, put your safety pin back in. Lock it back in place. Alright, the last step for setting up the trailer is installing your sway control bar. Now if you're traveling in town, this is something you may not necessarily need to even put on the truck, but when you're on the interstate, this is designed to help keep the trailer from swaying at interstate speeds. So how this works, loosen it by turning it to the left, and now the sway bar will actually slide. For maintenance purposes, this never ever gets grease. This cannot be grease, not dry grease or wet grease. So to install it, you pull your pin, put it on the ball, and put your safety pin in. On the other side, set it down on the ball, put your safety pin in. Easy way to remember which way this bar goes: black on black, gray on gray. When you tighten this down, take one finger and tighten it down just to where you start to get resistance, and that's plenty tight enough. Now if you're traveling down the interstate, the trailer might be swaying on you a little bit too much. At that point you can pull over, turn it a quarter turn, and get back on the road and continue that process until it's handling the way that you need it to. Alright, now we're going to do everything in reverse. We're going to go ahead and disconnect from the trailer. First step, make sure that you have wheel chocks under your wheels so the trailer doesn't roll on you. I like to go ahead and take the anti-sway bar off, loosen it up, pull your pin, slide it back together, put the pin back in, go ahead and tighten it down, that way this doesn't slide on you. Pull the back pin out, pull it off, put the pin back in, and now it's ready for storage. Go ahead and get the jack ready. Remove our safety pin. Drop the jack down. Safety pin back in. Go ahead and uncouple from the trailer bar. Now we're ready to raise the trailer. What we're going to do, we're going to raise it until the anti-sway bars, or I'm sorry, until the weight distribution bars has the tension released off of them. You don't want to try to uncouple those with that much tension. You put your foot on there and wiggle like I did, you can feel when it's become loose, and it's going to be safe to uncouple for you. All right, to remove the weight distribution bars, pull your safety pin, take your pry bar, stand off to the side. You don't ever want to stand in front of it when you uncouple it, just in case there is tension. Bring it down, knock your chains out, put your bracket back in and your safety clip. Now to remove the bar, you want to come in and put a shot where the clip is. There's a clip on the inside part of the hitch. Simply pull that back and the bar slides right out. Now we're going to repeat that same process on the other side. Make sure the tension's relieved. Pull your safety clip. Take your pry bar, stand off to the side. Unhook your chain. Put your bracket back together. Safety clip back in. Same process. Pull the tab. Sway bar or weight distribution bar slides right out. Then at this point we're ready to unhook the lighting and the safety chains. Remove the trailer breakaway. Now we're ready to go ahead and finishing disconnecting the trailer from the truck. Now you're ready to take off.